All right, so there's a hidden secret to being an acceptance of your thoughts and really just letting your thoughts pass through, being an observation of your thoughts, not trying so hard to quiet your mind. I remember I used to sit in meditation and I would sit there and really wrestle with my mind to try and shut it down, to shut it off, and to have silence in my brain. And there's a lot of that talk out there of just silencing your mind, silencing your brain. And when you start to be more in acceptance of the thoughts that come up, more in acceptance of what your brain is chattering about, and you become more of the observer, you start to notice that your thoughts are not you. It becomes very clear. It's very clear that your brain is not you. And you'll start to have this intuition, like you'll think something and you'll notice it has no weight to it because it's like all the thoughts that came through before and you can get rid of it. But a thought will come up and maybe there's more weight to it. Like you can really feel it in your body. And that means you're more in tune with your guidance. You're more in tune with your intuition. You can feel that there's something there and you're no longer fully identified with every single thought that runs through your mind. Because your brain is just a tool. It's just you've needed your brain and your mind to operate in this reality. But if I tell you right now to not think of a green banana, for example, like don't think of a green banana. Don't think of the green banana. You have no choice but to think of that green banana. And now I'm just thinking of green bananas raining through my brain, but it's okay. You know, it's just what your brain does. And so when you're sitting in meditation next time, you can set a 5-minute timer and you can maybe just observe whatever thoughts are coming through your brain and you can start to write them down, see what patterns emerge. Just let your subconscious breathe. Let your brain do its thing and just be in observation of it. Like the perfect analogy is if you live by an airport. And you know, there's people that live by airports, they start to notice that they don't really hear the planes flying overhead anymore because they know that the planes are going to be there regardless. The airport's not going anywhere. They're in acceptance of the planes and of the noise. And so they tune it out. It's their brain that tunes it out, right? And so if you can think of your thoughts the same way, they're not going anywhere. It's just what your brain does. You don't need to wrestle with it. You don't need to fight it. Then your brain almost tunes out your own thoughts and you stop being identified with your brain. You start sinking back and you're more in observation of your life. You're more in the driver's seat. You're identified again with who you actually are. A lot of people out there are totally identified as their thoughts, as their brain, as their ego, and that's the trap. And whenever you're meditating, you can feel these thoughts come in and it's almost like your ego's throwing you a rope to reel you back in. And it's really sneaky sometimes. It'll really sneak in. It'll say the perfect thing and pull you back in. And it'll shift your awareness from going within to externalizing it again on superficial stuff, and it pulls you out. And so when you really try and wrestle with your mind, it's giving it something to push up against. Your brain is really just, you don't want to give any fuel to your brain and for your ego to light the fire. You just want to be in acceptance, let go, shift your awareness back, be present, and this is what actually clears your mind. This is what they never taught us about our own thoughts, our own brain, is that all we have to do is be in acceptance of our thoughts, not judge them as they come up, be present, and just let them show up, be loving, sit in that loving awareness, and that's what gives you control over your mind. That's what gives you real clarity. That's what tunes you back into your intuition. And you'll notice thoughts come up that actually have more potency, and then you can actually look at them and check it out, and maybe there's something to it. But let me know if you've done this. Let me know if you've done the practice of sitting and observing your thoughts. And let me know what you find out. Peace.